Welcome to Quantum Trails. Today we journey into the wisdom of the Hopi people who brought an urgent message to the United Nations General Assembly on December 10th, 1992. A message not just for their people, but for all of humanity. For the Hopi Nation, spirituality, harmony with nature, and respect for the earth are more than traditions. They are the very essence of life. In their prophecy, they warn that humanity is at a crossroads, standing on the brink of choices that will shape the future of every living being on this planet. They spoke of a world increasingly out of balance, environmental destruction, social turmoil, and the fading connection between humans and the natural world. The Hopi prophecy urges us to awaken, to return to a path of peace, unity, and respect for the earth, a path that honors all forms of life. Today, we'll hear the words of the Hopi leaders as they deliver this profound message to the world. This message carries with it the echoes of ancient wisdom, a call to responsibility for future generations, and a vision of hope in the face of impending change. Let their words remind us of our duty to this earth and to each other.
Very few people who follow the law of Great Spirit, who listen, sit there. And I notice in this building, there should be every chair filled by United Nations people here. They should listen first time to native people upon whose land this is building standing today. They should be here. They should do something with their laws, rules, or regulations. And they're not supposed to use war, because this was set up to do away with war. So we want to find out if you're going to do it. Hope we know that there are a lot of problems coming because we misused that power again, and this was destroyed by flood. Only a handful of people came out. I hope that many of you here today will listen and do something. It may be that only a handful of people are going to survive to what we are going right now. That's what Hopi say. So you must come over and see if you can find it out. I was not going to be the one to speak, but I was invited to speak at this assembly today. And I'm willing to do it because I want to impress on you that you must open the door to Hopi spiritual leaders and for direction leaders to speak as soon as possible. In 4 days, 4 weeks, or 4 months, we want to know whether you're going to open the door or not. We want it to be coming from the United Nations soon. When we came to the third world, this time we were given special reason for carrying language. As group came up, they gave them languages. They gave them ways to build their spiritual ways. And they gave them food to carry wherever they go. So they went spread out all over this continent to the edges of land. And some of our young people say that our white brother, who has a lot of complexion than ours, he's a white brother, he was given the same instructions, and he was given sacred stone tablets that we still have 2 sets of them in Horaibi and Hotvela. And our white brother took those 2 sets of stone tablets, went around the other side of the world. And he was to record things, to invent things, and if he followed the spiritual way, he was supposed to make life beautiful, clean on the other side, and lasting. And then he was to come back here to his younger brother, who's still holding this land in balance by prayer, meditation, ceremonies, fasting, rituals of all kinds. You go up Alaska, you go down the tip of South America, you go west direction, east direction, you come to the center. There are still leaders holding on to their land by prayer, meditation, ceremony. So we kept this land beautiful, clean. When it rained, you're not worried about drinking rainwater any place. There were a lot of grass, a lot of animals, birds. This was beautiful, like they described something like I've read in the Bible, a place called Garden of Eden. This Western Hemisphere was like that. But when our white brother came, instead of bringing a spiritual circle, he brought his own symbol of a cross. We know that he's going to change many things. We know that he put aside spiritual things, he's going to go out material things, and he's going to again misuse the power he developed, so that he may push our people from east coast to the western direction. Many of our people are going to be forced out of their homeland, and they will take their land rights, their hunting rights, their fishing rights, their forests away from them, and towards last days they're going to be homeless. Today, you see thousands of our own people landless, homeless, starving in this country. This land is a home of our people. This is the only land we have, only country we have. We have taken care of this land according to the law of the Great Spirit. And he told us, if whoever comes and disturb it, he's going to suffer a much greater punishment, and soon. This is what really impresses me. So I thought I should go and help bring this message to wherever I may be able to get to. I represent the elders who had no treaty with any nation, not even with the United States government. So I can't go to the United States government to get their government passport to travel in foreign country. We have to make our own buckskin-covered Hopi passport, and through a prayer ceremony, these leaders put sacred prayer feather in it. So I used that to travel to Stockholm, to Germany, Moscow, Czechoslovakia, France, Italy, El Salvador, down in Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Japan 2 times, and spread this message, because they know that when our white brother developed things, he will write things, and we use his writings, and he will try to take this land away from us. So they felt in 1946, United States government passed a law called Indian Land Claims Commission. A bill passed and told the native people in this land that they took this land away from us a long time ago and never paid us anything, no compensation. So if you file a claim against the United States for land that was taken away without compensation, if you fight to their federal court, if you win, they will pay you money. To the elders, the prophecy says we can't sell our Mother Earth. This land belongs to the Great Spirit. It doesn't belong to the white people. It belongs to original native people because they're taking care of it for the Great Spirit in spiritual ways. So we cannot sell that mother. And then a white brother will have inventions also be brought here, wagon, automobile, airplanes, and soon someone's going to take mineral resources out and make more destructive things, which are called gold full of ashes. I brought this gold rattle, which we use today. This represents the world. When you go prayer, meditate, and fast, you hold this white handle and you hold this world in balance. Through prayer, meditation, sermon, most all and any people know this. That's how we take care of this Mother Earth. And there's a timing here, and we are close to the last stages. If no one correct change these wrongdoings in this land, there'll be a purification take place. 4 directions will come, and we'll really severely punish those who misuse the power they develop and destroy animals, birds, and human beings with it. These are some of the things, terrible things that I hope you know, and I like to tell you this, because today nature is active also. There's terrible earthquakes right now, different places, landslide, tornadoes, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, tidal waves, hailstorm getting bigger and powerful, that it may destroy many nations' buildings soon. If we do not stop messing with chemical stuff, releasing this bad chemical stuff that's going to go up in the air, there'll be like a gas fume up there. They say it might burn up someday. We're going to have fire up there in the sky. We're getting close to that time. And that bad air will come closer and closer. Birds flying up there, they fall down. People run up high level, exercise, they breathe that bad air, they're going to fall over. Bears come into the cities, warning of people that human beings are chopping down trees, their homes, their food. They come and tell you, but they don't understand. Whales came into San Francisco telling the people, you're pollution ocean out there. We can't live anymore. You must stop it. But we don't listen. These are some things that Hopi were concerned when they throw that gourd full of ashes on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, burn everything to ashes, living things underwater so hot that many things died from heat. There's weight, poison air floating there, still coming, affecting animal, birds, and plant life. Deformed babies appearing. And in the Hopi and Navajo area, they pick up this uranium. They left thousands of tons of uranium waste, creating sickness, cancer, death. Deformed babies appearing more and more. Somebody have to clean this mess up. And I believe the United Nations should do that with their laws, rules, and regulations. That's what the Hopi wants to find out. So he came over here one time, but they won't let us speak in the assembly. First time, the leaders here. But I told him that I made my commitment to my elders that I must do what I can to see if I can help to open a door for the spiritual leaders in this world. Because I see Lyon, a spoke from Six Nations, knows this. And I traveled with him and many others across the country 6 years to revive our culture, religion, and ceremony, because we're going to need that soon. And we form a spiritual circle, which is the foundation of our native people. So we met many leaders, spiritual leaders, and some of the healers, or some called medicine people. They heal their people in their own area. That is, the thing is that we don't want to let go of. But now, big corporations, with the help of some political figures, start going out into the Four Corners area, strip mining coal, uranium, gas, and oil. A lot of times they pressure young people to sign contracts which they don't understand. And they found out they gave that land to the government or big corporations. And they're testing this uranium power, underground testing in Nevada. That should stop, because there's danger there. It's going to create many sickness there. It's going to spread out. It's one of those tornadoes rip that up. Millions of people are going to die in a few seconds, wherever that uranium plant is set up. And they are going to bring more problems upon themselves when they mess with the moon and stars. They said they'll have power to get to the moon someday. And they told us, don't bring down anything from that moon to Earth, because we already have unbalanced things down here. And if we bring something down from moon to Earth, we're going to have more tidal waves, more earthquakes, seasons going to change so much, and there belong sicknesses we can't cure for many, many years. These are some things already here. And so we are getting close to this last stage according to this timing in this Mother Earth. And they will start messing with moon and stars. And sooner or later, they said the last thing the human being able to invent would be a great big house way up in the sky someday, carrying people and things. When that becomes fulfilled, then this whole world will be in trouble, because they already use the power that developed here. They send it to Korea, they send it to Vietnam, they send it to Mexico, and other places. Thousands and millions of people are dying from that. Sooner or later, somebody's going to have the most powerful thing, and they're going to throw it here. Destroy cities and towns in a few seconds. burn to ashes in a few seconds, like they did in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They have more powerful atom bomb today than what they threw in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And this is what old people are talking in 1948. That really impresses me. So I volunteered to spread this message. And Hopi means peace for a person, kind, gentle, truthful, humble person. And the Hopi don't believe in army or going in a war, go to other countries to disturb land and life and their place. They said if we do that, we are inviting greater punishment in later time. So don't go over there and destroy life any place. Our way is to take care of this land and life in balance through prayer, meditation, and sermon. That's the only way we are going to survive in later time. So they had registered many young people to go in the army. First World War, terrible things happened. But the humans don't understand the problem, the misery of many people, many deaths, but they improved their instruments of warfare, and they have a Second World War. And that's what they throw atom bomb. And the Hopi said, now we are entering the most difficult period in our life. We must clean up this mess. If we start cleaning up this mess, many lives will be able to survive and go on into good life again. But if we don't clean up this, we can have all this instrument developed, highly developed, and pretty soon we're going to burn ourselves up to ashes, they said. So we have two roads, a spiritual path led by the Great Spirit that we are taking care of this land in that way. White Brother came, we put him up on the upper road, materialistic path. He's inventing many things, and he thinks he can make more power and money and good time, and he's going to blow the whole world up. And there's a line where we may be able to come. That's where we are today. And the Hopi say, we have known 2 world wars already gone. It's possible that we may create 3rd World War. And the Hopi felt Persian Gulf was the beginning of 3rd World War, but it stopped. They did not use all the most advanced military destructive things, but it stopped, and there's now a chance for all people around the world to weigh that, what we are doing in that way. Are we going to bring peace and justice and happiness, religious freedom, equality, human rights by doing that any place? It's time we put that aside. It's time we get the leaders who are doing that. Big corporations to stop going out and for money, chopping all the trees every day, polluting rivers everywhere, taking land and life from native peoples whose life was being uprooted every day. Thousands of people are destroyed in this country. And I talked to the people about spiritual things. And they said, white brother's supposed to know this. And they told me, many grandparents used to tell me when they were growing up, don't you lie, don't you steal, don't you take anything that doesn't belong to you without permission. And the same principle that white brother had in the Bible. And every president of the United States will get in the chair to swear on that Bible. I think somebody is violating the law of the Great Spirit, law of nature. I think we are headed for the most destructive thing if we do not correct, change, and turn around and make life beautiful, clean, and lasting for the Great Spirit. And that's what the Hopi say, that they will do all they can to help keep this land in balance. So when Second World War came, I did not register because I said Hopi means peace, kind, gentle, truthful, and humble person. I didn't register for the army. Sooner FBI caught me and put me in county jail for a whole month, no trial, no question of anything. They kept me in the prison for a whole month, then let me go. Second time, they picked me up and threw me in prison again for 3 weeks, and they finally gave me a year and a day in federal prison camp in down Tucson. We were building a road up on top of Mount Lemmon down Tucson. I spent a year and a day over there. When I came out, released from that, I was just working with my elders, religious leaders. Then I got picked up again. This time I was put in jail for 5 years for not registering. I want to be peaceful person, humble person. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to destroy people on the side of the world. It's come from my heart. It come from my people's belief that we must not go in the army. No native people should be forced to go in the army. It's a white people supposed to protect this land and take care of these native people here, not use them. But that's what's happened, because sooner or later, purification will take place and there's no way out of it. So these are some of the things that I felt I need to bring to this body here, and stressing upon you to hurry up, send a letter to the Hopi, that they will open a door so that Hopi elder, religious leader who worship this will come and speak to you in his own language, and he will tell you many things that he belongs to the high society, which I do not, and they will tell you more things. And I'm sure that Six Nations have men like that who will come also, and other four direction leaders. This is what I like to see, and I felt the world is really in trouble right now. Like in Oxford University, 1988, Lions were the only one that went over there, and they said, what shall we do? The world's in trouble. We all live in this one world. Who has the answer? Spiritual leaders, 100 spiritual leaders, or 100 political figures, or grassroots people? Who has the answer? We need to survive. This is what they're saying. So Lion was there, and I'm very happy that he gave us a chance to also some of the people in and then Six Nations know the drawing that I have, and I just want to show you just that. I won't explain it, but we have this prophecy on the wall out here in the Hopi country, and they have that same kind of thing in the Six Nations. When I turn around, move over a little bit. That white part is on the rock near Oribe. The two roads, and we are right in here. We either go out in advance and scientific and blow ourselves up now with the most powerful instrument warfare, or come back to the spirit field of our native people who are here holding this land and life through prayer, join with them and correct our wrongdoings here. Then Great Spirit who gave us this land and life will come back and then welcome those that are able to survive. So this four corners area is very important. They said that is surrounded by four sacred mountains. That is a spiritual center that must be protected by all people. So that is why I felt that I should show you a little bit of this. So this is all I want to tell you now, and I hope that we will have more of our native people telling you some of the things so that United Nations people do something with their laws, rules, and regulations, and without war. I saw a letter across the building here, the Bible verse that thou shalt turn all our plowshares into plowshares and study war no more. Let us do that now. Thank you.
I thank Mr. Thomas Banyaka for his statement, for his blessing, for his words of wisdom, as well as for his words of warning. Distinguished delegates, we have heard the last speaker in this special ceremony. I thank you all for your important contributions to the effort for a successful International Year of the world's indigenous people. I am confident that your words and wisdom have been duly noted. This concludes the special opening ceremony with the participation of indigenous speakers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You are a wonderful chairman. Also the passion.
Very. Thank you so much. I told you it would be very
Always finding the right wall. Toda tua assoage de ter.
Yes, of course. Where is it?
Echoes of Chamber.
Echoes of, okay.
Echoes of Chamber.